Motion's ready whenever you are.
Perfect. Okay, so we can swing the hammer, try to do that at the beginning. Call the meeting to order, all right? We can start with roll call. Tim Weber here. Wendy Kuehl, Vice
Here.
President. Frank Blaine, Secretary.
Here.
Kandi Lewin.
Here.
Duncan Woodhull is absent with notice. Ryan Horn.
Here.
And Craig Wagner.
Here.
Very good. Okay, so the first order of the agenda is to approve the agenda. Come on in, sit down.
I would make a motion to approve
Very good.
the agenda.
Second.
All right. Then we take a vote on that, right? Everybody in favor? Aye.
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 All right, motion passes. Approve the agenda. Second, we can make a approval of the previous minutes from June 23rd, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Good, we got a motion from Kandi, second from,
I'll second.
from Wendy. Let's take a vote. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so the previous minutes approval passes. And then now we are on to public comments. Any public input of non-agenda items. Comments are limited to 5 minutes per speaker as a rough guideline, according to the last time we did that, so.
Last time there was somebody here.
And just as a note for the people here, action cannot be taken on items discussed unless specifically listed elsewhere in the agenda. So this stuff we can put on the agenda, but we have Taya Larson here. I'll let you come up and introduce yourself. Are you going to talk? Or,
Do I do that? I've never been to one.
yeah, just come up to the podium.
Okay, state your name.
Nothing
Okay.
official?
Sorry, not Larson anymore.
Yeah, Taya May. I graduated with Tim here. But I guess I've never been to one of these, and I just kind of wanted to see what it was about. I just flew home from work and saw your agenda, and I saw that there was a master park plan, so maybe this has already been discussed. But I thought it'd be super fun to have, if I could bring forth an idea to like improve our pool, the locker room situation, maybe have our showers working in the female area. I know I love our community, and I think it's growing obviously tremendously, and I think it'd be fun to have like a splash park or something, like something small on a smaller scale of what Sioux Falls just obviously put in downtown, but thought it'd be like we could add on to the pool area or something and improve our pool since our community's growing quite a bit. So that's all I have to say, I guess. I don't know if I need to say anything.
Yeah, no, that's great. I can give you some quick feedback on that. Everybody on here is the first thing they say when they get on this board is, what are we doing about the pool?
Oh, okay.
And I do like that you come with like, okay, well, can we just get the showers working, right? Like, it's like small things to make our
Are they
pool
not
better.
Guess I did them where they were.
Well,
Or are they
there's
just
three,
not good?
and
Yeah.
they're just like the two that I tried, because one was in use when I was there, and I think it was working a little bit. I heard a little bit of some comments, but they're just like mist. They don't actually like the nozzles not
Okay.
working, so maybe it's as simple as replacing the shower. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's
Something
great.
cheaper maybe.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Splash pads, new pools, all of
Yeah.
it. We are all in favor of
Yep.
it. We all want it.
Yeah.
When we looked into it, it would take a bigger bond than the school has ever passed.
Yeah.
So we're kind of like, we're just like an advisory. We tell the city like, hey, this is what we think
Yeah.
you guys should do. So no, we all are like, yeah, we think you should spend $50 million on a pool. Let's do it. And
So I'm
so-
not the first person.
Definitely not. And we are all in favor of it, and it's,
Yeah.
we hope that there's ways, through grants and other means that we can get in the future that
Yeah.
can help us get
And
there.
when I can say, when we looked into doing, because I was on the committee when we did the little wading pool and we improved that, and we did look at what go between like a splash pad or that, and the splash pad, you have to do, it wastes a lot of water.
Oh,
And if
really?
you, yeah, because it either has to go down the drain, or else you have to have this like recycling thing, and I think that was one of the big, it was expensive, and it was, yeah, I didn't know that either, you know, and that's one thing we found out was those, if you want to do them, so, and then if you're gonna get any kind of grants, they probably want you to be more on the green side and not waste a bunch of water, so then they want you to do that more expensive route, and it got to be really expensive.
Okay, yeah.
But
Yeah,
I love the idea too, you know,
Wasteful.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, all right, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Taya May, not Taya Larson, sorry.
That's all right.
Very good. Do you have anything you want to add, or you just kind of come and hang out with?
Well, I might as well, right?
Yeah, come on up.
As long as we're in the park department. I was thinking,
Excuse me, your name?
oh, I'm sorry, Carla.
Carla Larson? Okay.
As I was coming here to support Taya, I thought, can't we make the splash pad a dual purpose, like for ice rink? I wouldn't dare get in ice skates anymore, but I know I grew up across the street from a great big ice rink, and I was there every night.
Yeah.
I think we did talk about doing something with an ice skating rink somewhere,
I
didn't
don't
we?
know if we
Or
ever talked.
not
I don't know
the
if you can
splash.
combine the splash park
I don't
and
know
ice
if you
rink.
could
Yeah.
either.
We have in
but-
years past put
We
out
do have
like
ice
a line there,
Yeah.
and they're kind of hard to maintain.
Yeah.
Because they, warmer weather, they, thaw out, and then you get holes or ruts, and then you gotta surface them again, and they're just, an outdoor one's very hard to maintain.
I was just thinking dual
Yeah.
purpose.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
our world is so full of wonderful ideas, and I thought, why did I not the first one that thought of that?
I think when it comes to those, that we get into probably the biggest concern would be like freezing pipes. So we would have to, winterize it and still allow it to freeze somehow, so. But
Yeah.
I don't know if that exists or not, but it's a good idea to look into when we get
Yeah.
there.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome, thank you, Carla. All right. Well, it's not often we get guests on our meetings, so thank you.
Two of them.
Yes.
I just wanted to experience, I've never been to a craft
Yeah.
so I thought
Yeah.
it'd be fun to try.
And we do have this textbook of master plan for the park,
We'll have
so.
openings too. We'll
And
have some
identified.
openings.
We know we need one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, we don't have to take any votes on the public comments part, correct? We can move on to the next part is reports, updates from council staff on non-agenda items.
I really don't have anything other than obviously the parking lot up there. Otherwise, Craig, I'll leave it to you, so I don't think there's been much update from the council side of things.
Yeah, I guess it went out for bids a couple weeks ago. Bids came in below, quite a bit below, so they'll be probably having a pre-construction meeting here within a week or so, I guess, and then he'll get started, so.
Perfect.
We gotta award the bid first.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So don't say who did it, right?
I'm pretty sure. Then we'll-
I'm guessing that if it came in low, we'll probably get awarded.
Yeah.
Just a hunch.
Yeah.
And low means below what we had budgeted, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Not like a
Yes.
just inherently low bid or
So
something,
that's
so.
good.
Now we can move on to old business. First agenda, old business would be the Swenson Park. We have discussion stands, maintenance for the field usage, the fee for that, advertising agreements, and then parking lot project, and anything else you can think of there, Craig, that you would want to add in.
I guess the concession stand discussion, isn't that about trying to get somebody there to,
Yeah.
so this time, they only, when they had their tournament there, they did have it open and had
Okay.
the organization running, so that was nice. They said it worked out well for
They
them.
said they were busy and they made some money. They didn't have a dollar amount yet.
Okay. Were they doing a pizza ranch or anything like that, do you guys know, or did you?
I do not believe, when I walked back and talked, I didn't see any pizza there, but
Okay.
they may have done it at different times. They
Yeah.
had a lineup when I was there though, so. They said they stayed quite busy and were able to raise some funds. I don't know, like I said, how much. They hadn't calculated that yet.
Yeah.
What their dollar amount is, but it was nice seeing it used.
Yeah. We can, are we thinking next year we would put an RFP out for that again, or try to get some usage, or
Yeah, I think that's something this board and the council will
Yeah.
have to discuss of how we
get
move
somebody in
ahead
there somehow,
with
right?
trying to figure out how to get it,
Okay.
I think the Booster Club is interested in doing like the high school games again, because they did well, she said. Kramer, they worked that and said that they'd probably consider it next year, but the other, games or practices with softball, yeah, we still don't have anybody to man it. Like I said, I sent out those 35 letters to nonprofits, and I haven't had one email, one phone call, not one question about them, so you think somebody might be in, because, in there, it's like, you work for a month, you work for a week, a couple days.
And nothing on from the Booster Club or any of them then either?
Like I said, the Booster Club just indicated that they would probably be interested in doing the high school games again, like
Okay.
they did this year. But as far as the other, I haven't heard from any other organization at
Yeah.
all.
And then, the maintenance fee for field usage is kind of a full citywide thing, not just a Swenson Park thing, right? And, but a lot of the cost is associated with Swenson Park, and it's kind of been a roundabout thing where we're trying to get what's fair and what's realistic as well, especially when it comes to the soccer, seems to be the biggest, most difficult one, as is a Sioux Falls club, right? So pulling money from those guys, or just taking a back seat and saying, okay, well, we won't pull money from them, but we want to pull money from all of our own local organizations is a tough ask as well. So that's just as anybody watching the TV or anybody else, that's kind of the dilemma we're running into, and it's a lot of discussion going on around that. So
As I put in my report, maybe this is a stupid idea, but, so we're discussing maintenance fee, and we know we've got an issue with Dakota Alliance. We have now had a tackle football team start practicing as well on top of flag football, and have asked for some field space and whatnot. So we're getting more organizations. We can't find anybody to run the concession stand. Instead of the maintenance fee, is it something you gotta run the stand X amount of times or X amount of days or something? I mean, just something to start thinking about. I mean, versus charging a fee, and however they do that, whether they get their parents to do it or, the players to do it or whatever. I mean, I thought maybe that's something we could think about, because then you can make each organization, because then Dakota Alliance, those kids out there playing, basically to say, your parents gotta work
Right.
X amount of days or whatever, and it doesn't go through the Dakota Alliance system.
yeah, and with as
I
many
don't
teams
know.
as are out there versus how many games are played, I mean, it'd probably be maybe 1 or 2 games or
Right.
events per team, if that to cover, so.
Right, so I don't know, maybe something to think about.
Yeah,
I don't know
definitely.
what else. And I don't know how
Yeah,
much
'cause
pushback
you-
you'd get with that.
Yeah, I don't know, because, and then too, when you're signing up, go, well, as a condition for playing out here, we're not charging you a fee, we want to have,
Yeah.
we need to have people work concessions, so that's what,
Right.
we're doing that instead of charging a fee, maybe.
Or one or the other. It's-
Yeah,
You want space, on the field, it's either help work concessions or you gotta pay so much.
yeah, right.
Yeah. So, is it just something to maybe start thinking about, or one ideal? I don't know.
Yeah, because I think we had talked last year about getting something ready in the fall to shoot it out to them so that they're prepared for it and can work,
Right.
you know.
And that's what they all kind of wanted, is this board to make some kind of decision, so by the first of the year, whether maybe, if we do charge a fee, what that amount would be, so they can collect those with, sign up and whatnot, and go from there, so.
Has West Central, the WCBA, have they had games in practice out there this year? I know we talked about it earlier in the year, but.
The baseball?
Yeah, the baseball, sorry, yes.
Yeah, they
They
have,
have,
yep,
okay.
yep, they ran some of the fields. We have soccer, the flag football,
Yep.
baseball association, softball association. We have the high school for both softball and soccer out there now. Like I said, we just had, can't remember the name of it, but basically it's a kids tackle football versus flag football. They just signed up last week with doing some practice times on their fields, so. Yeah, so we got quite a few organizations that are using it now, the various fields around the
Does-
city.
Does WCBA pay to Humboldt at all, does anybody know?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Yeah, I think it's just this huge point of contention right now, because now they've got the Gamecocks and the Wood Ducks that play there. I don't think they pay. So now
Okay.
this has all become this huge thing, but I'm pretty sure West Central Baseball, they do play,
Okay.
they do pay. And then we all have to volunteer to work the concession, or else you have to pay pay a fee,
Yeah.
150
Yeah, I like
bucks.
I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah, it was like 150 bucks per kid, per family, and then if you work, I'm the bad one and I just paid the fee, but I don't know how many hours you have to work, but anyway, that's what they do.
If I remember right, it was only like twice.
I think it's not much,
it was
yeah.
2 times for maybe
Yeah.
3 hours or something
Yeah,
like that. So,
yeah. It's not terrible,
It's
you
been a
know.
while since
Yeah.
I've seen kid baseball.
Do the proceeds go back to the city then in Humboldt?
So,
Good question.
gosh, that's a good question. I think so, because, yeah, to help maintain the facility and stuff. I believe that's what was going, because the city was the one asking about, well, are the Gamecocks and the Wood Ducks part of WCBA? And I think they're not, and so it's all a big mess now.
Yeah.
They opened up a can of worms.
So they manage the inventory of the.
I think so, yeah.
The city
The
does.
city does.
Either that or WCBA does.
But but it's open during Gamecocks with.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
So maybe
it's
just
open.
WCBA is running it.
Yeah, I think they run it, and I don't know how they split it, like if the city gets any of that, or if they get to keep all of it, I don't really know how the concessions work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I know like at least a portion or some of our fee goes to the city for the use of the field.
Yeah.
I can give them a call and see.
Yeah, yeah,
The city and
yeah,
the
because
city,
I don't
how
want
it
to
is.
tell you wrong, but that's my impression is that some of it
I
does
try
go
and
to
get
the
some
city.
information for the next meeting and see just, how do you do it.
Yeah,
'Cause I
that'd be
think
great if we could.
T does something similar too. It's, we either have to work it or pay some amount or whatnot. So I can see if we can get some other information from cities.
I would think we'd want to get that info out soon with the registrations for the.
Yeah,
I'll
we're
see
gonna be
what
doing
next
the same
meeting
stuff all
wants.
over again.
Yeah.
So we gotta kind of put a line in the sand and say, because we're never gonna catch the same season for everybody. It's just gonna be like, it starts today.
Yeah.
At some point.
So if we charged, I just threw a number out, $5 a kid, that adds up to like $3,400. So, I mean,
Be
it's,
about 10% of the.
yeah. And I just threw that out, I don't know, based on really, literally nothing other than, let's start with $5, because that's not significant, you know, I don't think with most families to shut kid $5 for your
No.
kid, but
The problem,
I don't know if that's enough or not enough or what, but
Yeah.
as a starting point.
the problem lies is that most of these teams have games out there, and that's when you're gonna wanna run the
Right.
concession stand. Soccer does not, so what do you do with soccer, and then
But
on
I
top
mean,
of
they have
that-
lots of practices,
Either-
which I
They have
think
a
they
ton
would
of
utilize the
practices.
concession stand.
Well, and
You're
I
saying
almost-
like have that concession stand
Open
open
the
while the practice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I-
that's okay.
I also wonder too, because if it was, I don't want to run the concession stand, I want to watch my kid play ball. So then maybe you're out there running it during the soccer game, or I guess they don't have soccer, but you're out there running it, not when your kid is playing, but at a different time. You're kind of running it for other people, I guess,
Yeah,
would
especially
be an idea.
during soccer practice, you're like a country mile away from the
Right, that's a
concessions.
ways
Yeah.
away.
Same.
Yeah,
That's a tough one.
yeah.
and
Yep, that is a long ways over
That's a
there.
tough one.
So, yeah.
I feel like we're moving more in a direction of realistic though. I think if we can align a little bit with what Humboldt does, and we're unique to Humboldt, right, because they have softball, baseball fields, so it's softball, baseball, they don't have
Not soccer.
soccer,
Soccer,
flag
flag
football, tackle
football,
football,
and-
everything all practicing on their softball fields, so, or baseball fields, but.
Yeah, they just have, they have the baseball, and I think it's just, well, WCBA and then Gamecocks and the Wood Ducks all
Yeah.
practice out there.
So I did similar math, and I subtracted out the soccer team, just because it was practice, just for similar, but I did 10, and that'd be 51, 10 is what that would come to. I mean, I don't know, 5 or 10, or, you know. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know either, like what
Especially
make.
when you're first starting out,
Right,
you know, you're first starting to charge, I don't know if you want to hit somebody with a $25 charge, or
Yeah.
whatever, you know. so,
yeah.
Yeah, but.
Anybody have any more to add to that? Kind of moving in the right direction. We can move on to advertising agreements. I saw we were out there, I saw we had 2 banners hanging.
I do have a question, so when they, and I haven't read the agreement, apologize, but, so we just, if they buy one of these, is it just on one field, or do we put it on multiple fields? Like,
Basically, they're buying one banner.
just one banner, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Now, Duncan had talked to, a few during Jamboree days, and some people have indicated they would like 4 banners, because they would like one on each field, and that's where they want them placed, and we can do that as well. But it'd just be 4 times, the money.
I wonder
But
if-
we're gonna modify this.
Yeah, I wonder if we could give them a
Because we're gonna do
discount.
discount.
yeah, absolutely, I think
We already
that,
got the approval of mayor.
awesome, yeah, I think that's a great idea, give
Right.
them a,
Basically, the thing this is modified is just adding a discount if you'll do 3 years, do multiple years, and that way you've got them locked in at least,
Multiple years and multiple fields.
yeah, yeah.
And so that's basically what Duncan talked to, at least 2, probably 3 different entities for sure, is giving them that discount for the 3-year commitment, and then it's, 400 versus 500, and then it's just times how many banners you want. If you want 1, it's only 400, if you want 4, then it's.
Yeah.
There's no discount for more banners. It's just,
No, and then what Duncan told me, that's how he did it too. It was just the discount for the multiple years, and then it's just that 400 times however many banners you
Yep.
wanted.
yeah,
So,
$1,000 for a scoreboard.
and that stayed the same. He says he didn't talk to anybody about doing multiple years on the scoreboard.
Have we gotten some signed contracts?
No, because we haven't had an approved contract. We just got a verbal commitment from him. I think if we do approve this agreement with the multi-year discount, I suggest we go back to like Reliant Bank, Bussa County, because they have one come in, Sunshine, and say, hey, you pay the 500, but if you want to do 3 years, we'll knock that down to 4 in a year and then just prorate it out to them. Because, we certainly want to give them that discount too,
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, do we wanna make a motion on giving the extended rate discount?
I'll make a motion to accept the changes to the advertisement agreement for a multi-year discount.
And a second?
All right. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
All right, passes.
Just to clarify, this, the purchaser will have to purchase the banner as well. Is that how that works?
We purchase the banner.
Okay, you do, okay.
The city
gotcha.
purchases the banner.
And that's included in the.
And as long as it stays in decent shape, we'll use it multiple years. If it needs to be replaced, then,
Gotcha. Sorry, I misunderstood number 5.
yeah,
there,
it's,
so-
the city will purchase the banner.
Okay,
So
nope, that works.
And the banners were, we talked about, $100 each, so, we're making money on them, yeah.
There's just writing on one side, right?
Yes, yes. Because they've got them, when we saw, when we went out there,
Mhm.
just zip tied to the fencing.
Mhm.
yeah.
Very good. Okay, now we can move on to, update on the Swenson parking lot project, and I think we kinda got that already. We got, bids coming back, right, Craig, and kinda that's
There,
where we're at, right?
the bidding process already been completed, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
They'll go to city council tomorrow night for approval to award the bid, and then, like Craig said, once we get that, we will start with a pre-construction meeting and get them started on the projects.
All right, and then we have our 2025 budget items to review, so we can get narrowed in here so we can get to the budget meeting.
That I need finalized tonight, so.
All right.
Where you're gonna concentrate. I'm doing budgeting.
So did some number crunching quick for the concrete like we talked about around that field two, to go like a 20-foot out by 14 slab for the 3 bleachers, then putting a 6-foot around that area. You're looking at about 13,000 for that. To do an ADA sidewalk, you're looking at about 8,100 for that. To bring that down and put some pad buildings. That's do it up. That'd be like a 6-foot sidewalk then.
And then that'll go to both.
Yeah, then it's split, go to both fields, so it's rough about.
That go to the east fields, you're talking?
Yeah, okay. I figured it's about 150 feet, I just on the GIS figured out, it looks like it's about 150 feet total, so 6 foot wide, you're 900 then times $9 a foot roughly.
So it's $21,100, kind of conservatively, probably, or
And you're gonna have gravel on top of that too, that we'd have to haul, so I mean,
25,000.
I'd say 25 would be adequate. The bleachers, looking at them. So like a 21-foot wide, 8 rows, which would be pretty good sized one, with like the picket fence instead of the chain link around it, for keep the kids from falling out. Just the price of that is $21,810. Then you'd have shipping on top of that too. You step down to 5 rows, you still have to have the guardrail around there, whatever, and that's $13,380 plus shipping for that one, items. And shade shelters, you're anywhere from, with the type of canopy type that we're looking, anywhere from 8,000 on out for shipping.
What was the dollar amount we had in this budget?
So in this year's
Wow.
budget, we had 30,000 budgeted, and that included shade structures, bleachers, concrete, and the foul poles. And we've only purchased the foul poles, and do you remember how much that was?
I can look it up, but I think it was.
We haven't paid for it yet.
I think it's like 4,000 some, I can look at it quick.
So then you got
So we
about
could potentially do
26,000.
some of this
Okay,
year,
you got like
and then
26.
budget some for next year.
Yep. Good.
Yeah, so that 30,000 we budgeted probably doesn't really touch the bleachers much, or either the bleachers or the concrete, kind of one or the other there, huh?
Well, what if we do like the concrete this year with
Yeah.
the remainder of the budget, and then do the shade and the bleachers next year?
Or we could do the, what's the concrete? That's expensive, isn't it?
It was 25,000 for
About
25,000 for concrete.
That includes the ADA sidewalks,
Yep.
which would be nice, I think. To have those done.
And then what was the foul post, did we say?
I'm looking them up right
Okay.
now, and they came to for,
I think we can live without the bleachers
they
for a
were
year.
3136, $3,136.
Is that total with shipping and handling, is that the invoice?
That was through Beaverville, so,
Oh, okay, so it's
Yep.
shipping and handling.
yep.
Good.
Do we need, so we need to include the 4,000 in this amount?
Well, so that 30,000, if you take away the 3136 for the foul post, that leaves 26,864.
So we could do concrete
So you could do concrete
this
probably.
year,
Okay.
because you need that before you put bleachers or anything.
Yeah,
else.
right,
And push
yeah.
off, like I said, the bleachers
You don't want
and
to
the
put the
shade
shade
structures
poles
till
up and then
next
have them
year.
annoying.
Right,
Right,
I agree.
yep, concrete.
I thought they were doing them in the morning.
For some reason, I'm not sure why they did. I just seen it on our board at the shop there when I grabbed my laptop.
Didn't they switch them to 9 o'clock on
That's
Monday
what it was
mornings?
at one time, yeah.
No, it's a-
No, it's, they actually, somebody wrote down the board, I was gone today, so, but they wrote down the board at 7 o'clock tonight, so.
no. Shoot, 'cause
Couple
I
more
wanted to
working.
see if that one was working by coffee cup. No, wait till 9 o'clock, because it was going. Okay, anyway.
All right, so we think we're gonna try to do concrete out there this year, and then we need to include bleachers and shade
For
in
next
next year's
year.
budget. So we're looking at,
Do we need to vote on that?
It'd be nice to have a motion on it, because
Get the council to release some money so we can move forward with it?
okay. So yeah, we need a motion to do the concrete with the remainder of this year's budget on the ball field, shade bleachers, concrete, foul poles line item that we had $30,000 assigned to. In the concrete, we're estimating to be around $25,000, and we have about 26,500 left in that budget item. So, we got a motion.
I'll make a motion to do the concrete work.
Okay. I'll second the motion. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, well, we got 4 ayes. Motion passes.
you can hit it.
What's the latest on that playground equipment from the school, Greg?
We were waiting for we gotta wait for the road to get done, so we have.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah, sorry, I missed that, yeah.
So we'll get that figured out.
So do we want to just look at the top 8 and get,
Yeah, do we need to continue with our 25 budget items yet at all to run through where we're at with those? Restrooms at pickleball courts, we had released those monies already, and that's under construction. And the city council had increased our budget on that so that we could get that done this year. And shade structures at the dog park, are those done, Craig?
We
Are they-
have the post set, and the lumber's picked up for it. I'm hoping this week we can get started on, like I said, we're short-staffed right now, so we're trying to get things worked in.
And we came in, so far, we're a little bit above what we projected on that, so do we project to have more expense continued as far as with the labor and stuff, or is that pretty well?
I'm trying to see where we're at here.
It says 296344.
I'm not sure if he's got the steel picked up or not.
Okay.
We'll check it out.
What's the likelihood of the board allowing us to do the shade structures, given the savings that you have on the gravel parking lot? Because we'd still be under the 301,000 for the year.
For the Swenson Park?
Yeah, since our bid came back better than anticipated.
Right, have to pay attention to what engineering costs and everything like that.
Yeah, we'll
so
have
that
to
might
get
be
total
the
what
labor.
engineering's
Get
gonna be on that.
a real cost on it before we ask for
Yeah, 'cause-
reallocations.
On the parking lot?
Mhm.
Okay.
And maybe, they did give us an extra 6,500 for the bathrooms, maybe they're kinda hoping that our numbers slush to cover that too, so, yeah, let's just see how it comes and make the ask. Okay, moving on to our 2026 projected, and kind of our plan, huh? So playground equipment for younger kids, we have been getting a lot of work from Wendy on this front, so thank you, Wendy. She's been running down lots of quotes here for us, firing them off email, and now they're in our packet. So if you haven't had a chance to look at them, that's okay, but I'd encourage you to take a quick minute to flip through, or we can listen as Wendy explains.
Yeah, so, the Burke one, that one, I did have them add a couple of standalone items in as well, just, if you notice in there, there's like a musical instrument. There's two of those, and then there's this little, the seat, it's like a spinning thing. He said the kids really love that. So I thought at least having one of those in there would be kind of fun for the kids. He also mentioned that they do discounts throughout the year, and we can potentially get a discounted playground structure at that time, whenever that discount, and he would keep me in the loop when that discount becomes available. So, I mean, this budget dollar is all in for his, with everything. So shipping, them installing it, all of that. But just know that we could probably get a better price.
And what was the price on the Burke one?
His was 59, which I believe that was the most expensive.
59,819.
Yeah. And then I did send an updated one from, let me get my phone out here. Because he didn't get back to me before our last meeting was supposed to happen, so let me just get back in here. But he did send an updated quote on just a little bit better structure. That last one was a little bit small, I thought. That was just my opinion. So I asked him.
I agree.
I had asked him to
But-
rework that because I just wanted something like more like Burke had done, the big, the bigger structure. So. Find that one.
And I guess when you contacted, I guess I probably could read your emails, and I did not do that, so I apologize
No,
if I'm
that's all right.
asking repetitive questions. When you contacted him, did you say, hey, we're kind of looking for a $60,000 budget item, or did you say, hey, what do you guys
Well,
have, and this is what they spent?
I just said we'd like to be, in that 25 to 50. I kind of
Yeah,
threw it out as
okay.
50, just to kind of see and give us options that we
Yeah.
could line item out and like take out the things that we don't want.
Absolutely.
Just kind of shooting for the stars, because you don't really replace these playgrounds very
Absolutely.
frequently, so I thought just try to get the best thing that we could get for our dollar. One that we wouldn't have a lot of maintenance with, so that's kind of what I asked for, and then just line iteming them out so that we could, pick and choose if you don't want to do.
Did they do the flooring of it as well?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay, so that.
They all do that, and the engineered fiber is what they recommend.
Uh-huh.
The pour in place, he said, is just super expensive, so.
So that price includes that, the flooring
Yeah,
of it?
yep.
Okay.
That's like that mat.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So the last one is from Miracle, was the name of that company, and they were $44,611.80. And he had a picture of his too. He had a separate a couple of separate standalone items too, a
Okay.
musical instrument and.
Did it have a capacity on that one? This Burke one, I believe, is a 30, if I'm looking at it right, 30%
Let's
capacity?
look if this one had that or not.
Or that's American Parks Company, somebody can make it the wrong one here.
Have a look here, I don't know if he had the capacity on that one. Yeah, I think Americans was the only one that had that.
Okay.
Not the Burke.
Burke says it has a user capacity of 42.
The Burke?
Okay.
Yeah. look on the
Okay.
fourth page.
Thank you for finding that.
Yep, there it is.
Child capacity is 30 on the American one.
What was it? The low bid was American, I think. They were 35,000. Yeah. Theirs had, so 30 kids, it looks like, for the American, 42
Correct.
for Burke.
Yep.
And that was 60, right around 60,000, and then a Miracle, I'm looking for that one here. I don't see it on his. It was 45,000. So I don't know if we just want to put a dollar amount in, and then we can kind of
Work it in.
work out which one we want to go with later.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of. And actually on the plan, the
We're gonna
one,
reduce the pickleball amount, so.
yeah, right.
Did you find on the master plan where we?
They have it here, and that's actually the location that one of them recommended.
Okay.
Because it's close, because if you have kids in both categories, then you
Yeah,
can.
and master plan is
Yeah.
just right.
Yep, and I think
Just
that's
to
it.
the east of the big playground.
Yep,
So
yep,
that's
you said
good.
close to the main parking lot
Parking
too.
and the restrooms
Yep,
and, yeah.
Yep,
Should be
that'll be
good for the
perfect
kids.
location, I think, so.
And the master plan suggests putting a bigger parking lot there, huh? That looks great.
74.
Yeah, there's a lot of pages to figure out
I
where you
know.
are in that master
There is.
plan.
Yeah, that's why.
There's a lot of words and reading's hard sometimes. So.
Yeah, so I don't know if we just want to figure out a dollar amount that we were comfortable with. I mean, we can always take out, you know, any of the line items if we don't want to do some of the standalone. I do like the standalone myself personally. but-
Yeah, my opinion, when I go to the Terrace Park, or is it Terrace, no, the Sertoma Park, they have those spinning chairs and they got
Oh,
5
yeah.
of them and they're
The kids
awful.
love them.
They love them.
I know. That guy couldn't say enough
Yeah,
good things
yeah.
about those spinning chairs.
You-
We probably could get more, but he said they love them.
I can't believe they're not like the #1 cause of broken arms.
Right.
I guess I would, if I was looking at it, you know, what we got, I would maybe put it on the line item at 65 or 75, and if the city wants to talk us down a little bit, that's okay, gives us some room, but if we want to add a couple more of those individual things, I think it really does add to what's there, so.
Yeah. Let me, I'm trying to think if that was, what the cost was for those chairs, those, spinning chairs. It's in here somewhere. That was the first page. Oh, he had, it was 6,000, that included the flower poppy, the bongo set, and the chair, for
Okay.
$6,000, 63, 69. So. Yeah, and I had them do them all turnkey, where they come and do all the installation and all that, so.
Would you prefer that, Craig?
He wants to put it up.
You wanna put it up?
I mean, holy crap, I mean, when we get ready to order, we can decide.
We can just, yeah, and that's,
It's
that,
gonna- it's, a lot of it's gonna depend on what I got for staff.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I did it that way. The other thing he did say is that from a safety standpoint, their guys are trained. That's the only other thing he told me, that they're trained. He had one specific slide that it was tricky to assemble together, and they would always have warranty things on that slide if they didn't, so that was just one thing that he mentioned.
We get the warranty and they'd probably be a lot quicker. too.
Right.
Yeah, when we did the last one, we had, some volunteers that come to help, it's mostly city staff. but,
Yeah.
We had one of their guys come down and spend the time with us and help during assembly.
Yeah.
And then we just paid him so much right
Right.
out, so.
Yeah, because it is a large portion of It's 18,000 like on the Burke one. That's the one I'm leaning towards, because the guy was really friendly, and he gave me a lot of options, and I've seen some of their playgrounds in Spearfish, they have two out there.
Yeah.
That spaceship one is just a really cool one.
What company is that?
It's the Burke, yeah.
And when we do stuff like this, do we assign a set dollar amount to pay towards the city staff and Craig putting this stuff up?
Comes out of
Okay. Should we be?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, they can pay an hour.
Teresa's like, no, Craig's got it.
You're paying him for
There's
so many
salary.
hours a day anyway.
Right.
There's so many different projects going on, so it's like,
Yeah.
where do you
So-
split out amounts?
Yeah, so I don't know if we just want to set a dollar amount. I mean,
I think that's what I'd do.
And then we
Let's
can-
set a
we can
dollar
kind of
amount,
iron out
include
the-
the labor with it, and then if we decide next spring when we get her to order it, we can talk to them, see if they have an individual who just come down and
Yep.
work with him and save some money that way. You could probably buy something bigger yet.
Yeah.
And put some more add-ons into it. So
right.
Or if you get one of those discounts.
We can get a
in the air,
discount
then
as
you
well.
can pay for that, or.
Yep.
Yeah, just whatever dollar amount you're comfortable with,
Right.
asking a budget, I think. that
He
is.
said some years they just discount certain colors or certain models, and they'll
Yeah.
give you a really good deal on that. So he said he'd keep me in the loop on that as well, so. Maybe we go 70?
I think in, 65, 70 is the number I'm kind of thinking
Yeah.
of, and then and that gives us room, so if we find something we really like, and we have no time for the city to get to it, we still have the option to pay them to do it. And
Right.
if not, we can either reduce the cost or get more playground equipment.
Right.
Whatever, so. I'll make a motion to put that at $70,000 on the playground equipment for younger kids.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye? Aye, all right, 4-0 pass. New entrance sign, Swenson family to donate a portion of it out of Swenson Park. We had 26,000 on there, and I think that was a rough idea of a quote. Is that
I
right?
got a quote from Fast Sign, so it's the same sign like the welcome sign.
Yep.
It'd be a similar sign to that, but they sent some.
We expect them to.
Be kind of consistent through
Yeah.
the city. And so that was their quote, and like I said, the Swenson family said that they didn't give me a dollar amount,
Yeah.
would donate something toward it, so,
Yeah.
plan for, like you said, that 26,000, and then hopefully you get it cheaper.
Yeah.
Right. Is that something we want to consider for future years, replacing other city park signs? Because the main one is, it's kind of an original, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know how old it is.
That is
but-
one of the first suggestions in the city master plan is signage, I think.
Yeah.
So, in the future, I do think, as we work through this master
Yep.
plan, that's gonna be one of the top things.
Yep.
I wonder if we want to, either before or after number 3, add in the ball field shade and bleachers, because we had to take that out. Putting that up somewhere up in the top part of it.
Mhm.
Did we take that out, or are we waiting until the parking lot?
We potentially could get that in.
We could, potentially.
If the number is the 300,000 and not the line items.
Right.
How do we do that? Because we kind of got to know tonight, don't we? Or could we?
Yeah.
I'd say put it in the budget.
Yeah, I'd say we put it in the
I'd
budget
say put it in
request.
budget, and then when it comes, you can.
That might be a good talking point for whoever
Yeah.
shows up in front of
Good.
the council to say, hey, this is.
Because we're still about 70,000 below where we want to target for the annual budget.
So leave it in with the current.
I do
the
want to tell you
2025.
guys, so the concession stand that was budgeted for last year, some of those items didn't get paid for till this year. So there's about 20,000 that came out of this year's budget for that concession stand, so.
So our
You're
playing
down
number,
already 20,000 right from the top.
our playing
Yeah.
with number probably isn't
Yeah.
what we're hoping for, so
Yeah.
throw it in the budget item.
Yeah, I would say throw it in the budget item. It would-
So you'll modify the spreadsheet for that.
And we want that as number 3, did we say?
I think so.
Okay, so number 3 is gonna be, concrete, shade.
Or,
Should just be the
just
shade.
shade and bleachers.
Okay, shade and bleachers.
8 grand, and so I think it's about
Shade and
33
bleachers.
grand for shade and bleachers.
33 grand, is that what we need, Craig, or do we need more on your numbers over there? You want 35 or 40?
For the shade structure.
Shade and bleachers. I just did 25 on the bleachers, I just rounded up a bit, but.
I mean, a lot of it just depends on what size. I mean, there's so much different
Yep.
costs in there.
So you said 25 on the bleachers, and then did you round up on the shade?
I did, I put 8 on the shade,
Yeah,
and then, I
that's-
mean, maybe we could even go, oh, yeah,
So maybe 35,000?
yeah. We'll go up by, if we have to wait another year anyway.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, that's for shade and bleachers on Swenson, number 2.
Field 2, yes.
Okay. So that somebody doesn't think they're getting 4.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
And again, because that is the main field that they play on, because of the sun, the location, it works out the best for them.
Do we have to vote on that?
Why don't we go through each line item, get a dollar amount, and then do a motion for all of it?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it'd be easiest rather than,
So-
easier for Frank, do all these motions in minutes.
All right, so then, number 4 would be add 2 scoreboards, approximately $3,500 each, plus brackets of about $2,500 each. And those are gonna be for the eastmost fields out at Swenson Park, is that correct? And then we had a proposed budget of $25,000. I think I'm missing something here with the math here.
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Well, there's concrete too that you're gonna have. in
Okay, that's, that's a difference, and those are gonna have to be probably 4-foot deep, footings.
Yeah, I think they're 4 or 5 foot.
Yeah.
is what we put in.
So that's-
Pretty good size units.
That's where the extra cost comes in. Okay, $25,000 on line item 4. Anybody have anything to pitch onto that before we move on to the netting? Okay, the next one, we had netting between black tie and the soccer fields over there. And behind the goals, we had netting 65 foot by 15 high, and we had a $3,500 budget on that.
And that's gonna look like this.
Perfect.
Very good. Number 6 then, we had the Frisbee golf tee boxes, and those are gonna be 5 foot by 12 foot concrete pads, is that right, Craig? Concrete?
Yeah.
Okay. And we had $1,500 budgeted for that, so.
How many pads does that give us?
That'd be 9 pads. What we, that's one of those things that we would do ourselves.
Mhm. And that is kind of the standard when it comes to tee boxes. We're not doing anything extravagant. It's what's expected when people go disc golfing, so. Number 6, move down to number 7 now, is the pickleball courts. We did have 2 additional double courts with fencing for a total of 4, $125,000. That puts us into the RFP category and also engineering, so that takes that $125,000 and potentially turns it into $225,000 or more. So we're thinking, cut that down to 1 additional double court with the fencing, and probably put that number at $70,000. And then with the idea that next year, the following year, 2027, we'll put that in again at another $70,000. action item number 8, ag line for Field A. And this comes as a request from our softball program, especially we have no lights out in Swenson Park, which would be upwards of $1 million or more, to be able to continue to play out there in the evenings. Or as a substitute, we can bring in ag line for Field A in Lions Park, which already has lights for only $33,000, and give them the option to play later ball games and not miss out so much classroom time. So we thought that would be a great idea. Anybody have anything to add to that? Are those numbers still good, Craig? Did you do more looking on those?
Yeah, when I talked to him, he thought the numbers were gonna be holding for next year, so that's shipping, hauling and everything like that,
Yep.
so.
Okay, and we're gonna have to scoop out some of the sand that's there?
Yeah, we'll have to take out, I think that they figured 6 inches, either 5 or 6 inches, we'd take out that much,
Yeah,
in this review.
perfect. We'll put that as line item number 8. And then the pickleball practice court area was our next one, and we had, did we have someone that wanted to donate a part to like a practice board? Is that right?
Yeah, so we just need a pad. We just talked about doing it outside the court somewhere, so we need a pad and a board, right?
Yeah, and I'm not sure how big of a pad it should be, or how big of a board it should be. That's something I need to,
Yeah, like if it's half the size of a court, is it?
yeah,
something we
It's
wanna
half the
do?
length of the court, but it'd be the same width.
Yeah.
same width.
Mm-hmm.
So that's-
Do we want to move that to 2027? Or do you want to keep that in 2026?
Was there a reason that we had to get that
I think
done?
since we got a donation this year for it, we should probably.
Okay.
get that
That's why.
Okay.
next
I
year.
remember what the donation was. It wasn't much.
I was just
right?
trying to, it wasn't
$100.
I think it was
Something like that.
Yes.
150, so yeah, it wasn't.
Gotcha.
I had somebody else ask me about that, too, I can't remember who it was, but
Was-
somebody asked me about the practice pad.
Practice board.
Mm-hmm.
And is there, does it make sense if you put a practice board up on the back side of an existing court? You know, if a court's not being used as a double, and you can just turn around towards the fence and use the practice board there and use the court that we already have? Is that for the pickleballers, is that a viable option or not so much?
And that ties up the court.
It just ties up the court.
Yeah.
If there's just a sole person, but.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know if that's
Well-
a court etiquette thing, right? If a court is being, if there's game to be played, you don't get single person practice time, but, or do we wanna invest into it? Because as I see it, I guess, wherever we build it, it eventually will get taken up on our master plan with additional court space, right?
Yeah, if you put something in right now, you're going to have to take out the basketball court
Mm-hmm.
or the volleyball court
There's no room to go
to the
south.
south, it's the sidewalk, and then it's that steep slope there.
If you wanted it to be permanent, you'd almost need it on the north side of those two that aren't built.
Yeah, or you'd, yeah. Or you would have to halfway build the second double court that we're gonna put in, knowing that it's not gonna be a permanent structure as what it is.
Is it something, because I don't think is it something we could put a board like at the end of the basketball courts? Because there's concrete already there. We painted the temporary lines, could the practice board be there? Because it probably doesn't get used as much.
You'd get in the way for using it for basketball.
Hmm?
You'd get in the way of using it for basketball.
You'd
Be
want-
great, you wouldn't have to chase after your ball.
Well, you'd have your hoops in the way on the ends.
Right.
And if you did a side, you'd take that chance of somebody hitting it, going after a ball or something like that.
Yeah.
So you just about need to make it.
Standalone, huh?
So we come up with, why do they have to finish constructing the bathroom yet?
There you go, put a bathroom wall.
Put it, yeah. put-
Exterior wall is also pickleball play.
Yeah,
bay.
there you go.
I guess I see the most viable option is it would be to, like I said, build a half court, but I don't know if pouring concrete in a half court is a good idea if you can
So
have
is
a
the
concrete
court
season.
20 by 20, is that, if my memory's right? No,
I don't know.
I can Google it too, but I can't, I
I
think it's.
think it's, yeah, they're 20, yeah, I think 20 by 20. Mhm.
Would you need to have extra concrete on the sides of it too, or would the 20-20 be adequate? I mean, or 10 by 20 be adequate? Because if it's a 10 by 20, you're only looking at
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
200 square feet, and that's roughly 3 to 4, let me see, divided by.
Do you need it?
It's 2.5.
A full half, though? I mean, it's only one of you, so
I mean, this, I mean,
you
you're
got two
looking
to
at,
play.
even if it's. You're looking at a couple $1,000 for concrete, if somebody else does it, you know, for that little pad. I mean, you could just about pick a spot and put it in, like you could even put it where the third one's gonna go or something. And then have, because you're, I'm not sure what the backboard's like, is it just plywood or?
I think
I've
that's what
never
it is,
been around them, so I don't.
The only one I've seen is the one in Lead, and it was kind of in rough shape.
So I'm
I
wondering-
just found a picture of it,
Yeah.
it's not the whole,
No,
it's just like, I don't know if that's
So even if
plywood
it's,
or-
if it is, just plywood out there that you're hitting into, I mean, you would be able to reuse that, you know, you could take, pull the bolts
It is
out,
plywood.
unscrew it, pull the bolts out,
Oh.
and set it back in, and later, you know, somewhere else later, just forfeit a couple thousand in concrete.
Definitely.
I think it's just plywood, that one anyways, but, and that's not, I wouldn't think that's 20 foot wide. No, it's not 20 foot.
No, because that's behind that is a pickleball court.
Yeah.
Is the juice worth the squeeze on $100 donation, or, you know, are we,
It just feels like
if
we
we're
have so
throwing
many,
away-
so many unknowns.
yeah, if we're
and-
throwing away $2,000 worth of concrete just to accept a $100 donation, is that a responsible thing?
Yeah, or do we, like you said, just put one up in the court?
I was gonna say, just put.
Just
like
put
I
one
said,
up
put-
inside
as
the
I
court,
got some
and when
pictures,
people
and they got
aren't.
them inside the court.
Right,
Just
and
put
if
up
somebody's
the
not
board,
playing, then
Balls
they
had the
inside
use
the
it.
court, have the
You know,
line
yeah.
painted on it, and.
Do we do
like
our
if
goal
somebody's
sign up there yet?
on the court?
No.
get a
So
sign
you
up
could
there.
add something on there,
Yeah.
like
Two
double,
or three pictures
or,
I've shown are there in the court.
Play
game
takes
play
precedence,
takes
yeah.
precedence over
Over
single
single,
player
yeah.
practice or
That's great.
something. You could just put something on there.
Yeah, I
I
think-
like that.
Yeah.
That's the best idea.
I think
think
that's,
so.
what- because I don't think, like I said, pouring the concrete is
No,
gonna be
and-
worth
and-
it. We could just put up a board at
Yeah.
one of the ends with the line
I
on
agree.
it.
Yeah.
And as we get more courts, hopefully there's one available for
Mhm.
single
Yeah.
play.
Right, right,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. Think so, too.
So whatever the board would cost can, and,
I don't know.
Maybe put $1,000 on there if you
Yeah.
want,
Yeah.
otherwise I think we can,
Yeah.
I think we
Sounds
can
good to
figure
me.
it out and put it so small.
Yeah, so it's a precision practice board, huh?
yeah, you gotta get,
Do we say
Get the
we
middle.
did get, when it says the donation, is that the $100 or somebody was gonna donate the board?
no,
No,
just the
we
hundred,
got the
yeah,
money.
it was just a
Okay.
dollar
We-
amount,
we-
yeah.
Yeah, we got.
So we're gonna put $1,000 on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say, it would be nice, as a kid who hit tennis balls up against a garage door as
Same.
childhood, then, would be nice, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
because there's times you're probably.
Hit
nice,
balls,
so-
hit
Just doesn't-
volleyballs up onto the garage roof.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just doesn't fit quite yet,
Yeah.
until that whole
Right.
thing is completed, you know, so.
I agree.
Yeah, because you'd hate to, you know, destroy basketball, even if it doesn't get used, or volleyball, even if it's not getting used that much. You'd hate to destroy it for something that you're gonna temporarily.
Yeah, I don't like the
Yeah, I don't like
temporary
temporary
thing.
either, yeah. No, I
Agreed.
So,
It's a total.
264,500.
Mhm.
Wow.
Do the horseshoe pits ever get used at the park?
I think so, I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
There's, I know in the past, there's always been some tournaments down there, families get together and do stuff.
Okay.
Like a weekend-long thing.
Do they bring their own? Otherwise, they'd probably end up, who knows where,
Yeah.
throwing up and breaking the lights or,
Mhm.
264.5. That's what I come up with.
All right.
You know what the last few years we've asked for? Off the top of your head. if that would be-
Right around that,
300.
yeah, 300.
Yeah, right.
So last
The
year,
last few years, yeah.
last year was 294, 500, and
Got some more things we can buy.
it moved up to 301 with the bathroom. On our, on our future projection, we had pickleball lights on there. We had quite a bit of discussion, we're thinking we should maybe remove pickleball lights off of there? Or how is our feeling on that? Or let it live and keep it on the TBD list? We don't have to do anything with it right now either.
Right, we can just keep.
I think we
kicking
keep
that
it
down
and
the road.
maybe
See how
talk
it
about
is.
it later.
and did we want to add, as a feature, the signs for the other parks? Updating or whatever the signs for the
Mhm.
other parks?
Mhm. Or do we want to throw that into this year? I mean, we don't have any numbers on something like that,
Yeah.
so.
You can always see once we get towards the end of this year, what funds you have left, and after
Mhm.
everything, most things get paid off, then you know where you're sitting.
So we successfully added about 25,000 to our budget request from what we had before.
Well, it was the park, my park. I got all carried away, just kidding.
Yeah, and I'm all for it. And I, Craig, would love to volunteer any of my time to help you put a kids park in. So if you guys take volunteer time, let me know.
We don't anymore.
Okay.
Insurance don't let us do it.
Oh,
I was
man.
just gonna say, yeah.
If you need to put me on, if you need to put me on a W-2 for a week, I can do that.
There you go.
I'll donate the salary.
Temporary workers.
Yeah.
Are you, Tim, going to come to the budget meeting, or who would like to volunteer for that?
Yeah,
this
no,
year?
I'm totally okay doing that. I'm totally okay with the budget meeting. so. What date is the budget meeting?
It is Wednesday, the
27th?
26th or something, yeah, something, whatever that is. Wednesday, yeah, let me look here. 27th, yep. And it's at 6:30.
We'll actually have a meeting before that then too, 25th.
Yeah, yeah. well,
All right, I can be reminded all the reasons we need this
How
money.
much money did we put in for the practice court?
1,000.
Then do we need to do a motion of all this stuff?
Yep.
I
Yeah.
think let's do a
Do you-
motion to.
You want to run through it all to make sure you got it good in the notes?
Sure. Item one went up to 70,000. Item two stayed the same. We added item three, which was 35,000 for Swenson Field number 2 shade and bleachers. So all the rest of these numbers, what becomes 4 is add the 2 scoreboards, that stayed the same. 5 stayed the same. 6, we clarified that there's gonna be 9 pads to the Frisbee golf, but it stayed the same. Pickleball, we reduced that back down to 1 set of double courts at 70,000. We left item 8 as it was, clarified item 9 was gonna be $1,000.
I'm on board with that. Anybody want to make a motion?
Do we have to read all of it?
Motion as described.
Okay.
For the budget items
I
as
will.
presented.
Yeah, I will make a motion to accept the budget items as described for the 2026 budget.
All right.
I'll second.
All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right. Our budget proposal passes, and with still another meeting to fine tune if we still want to. but. Great. That's the hard part of the whole year, right?
Yeah,
Getting to that table filled out so we can go ask, or I wouldn't say ask, suggest, right? And then we can continue, I guess we did kind of go through with the 1 to 5 capital improvement plan, that's in the finalized 2026 budget. That was our next agenda item. We kind of ran through that. Did anybody want to add anything at this time for futures?
I know the splash pad is brought up frequently, and I don't know all the history and the dollar amounts that surrounded that, so I didn't know if we wanted to discuss that again. I do like the idea myself.
I do too. It just, we quickly said no on it. It was a lot.
Expensive,
Yeah.
It was a lot of money, and then with the water being, you without,
You have to have a,
you
Yeah,
recycle it.
recirculate it.
Yeah,
Is
and that got really expensive.
Seems like there's so many small towns that
I
have
know.
them. So I don't know if there's any
I
grant
think they have them in
opportunities.
place
or-
of the pools. So it's
Yeah.
either, do you want a pool or do you want a
Yeah,
splash guard?
yeah,
Where
'cause
do you want to
we-
put your dollars, I guess?
That's
Yeah.
where we were
It's hard to do
at
both,
with the
I
pool
should
we
say.
got,
It's
and then that's
cost prohibitive.
kind of why
The
we did it,
compromise.
where we made it actually a pool where the water wasn't spilling out of it all the
Yeah.
time.
And there's
that's
that, you have that water feature too.
Yeah, so
and
that's-
There's three water.
100% why we came to that decision instead of the splash pad, yeah.
And
I
I
had
said-
no idea on any of that either
Mhm.
until I looked, and that was quite a while ago, and it was a lot,
Yeah.
a lot.
And I'm sure even on the recirculating part, because it's spraying, and I'm sure there's a lot of evaporation
Yes,
loss that
yep.
that you get, so.
Yep, and just water that gets out of the area and stuff, yeah, it just was a
When you
lot.
recirculate, you still got
Yep.
chemicals, all that. So
Mhm.
you're continuously.
I
Electricity.
contacted Fargo, because they have one there, the park board, or the park organization does. I contacted them. They said they are expensive, they're tough to maintain and keep them working, stuff like that. Sturgis just put one in, I haven't had a chance to talk to Rick, I could certainly talk to him about that too, but, I know Rapid City, I think they still have that one downtown, I can't remember if they took it out or not. They had that one downtown, but it was only, it wasn't set up all the time, wasn't running all the time, it was certain days or certain times, certain events that have it on, it wasn't, so, I can't remember, last time I was there, I can't remember if it was still there, if they took it out.
and technically, we do have a pool line item.
Yeah.
But,
That could-
Yeah, I think- And is that maybe this A, that splash pad on the master park plan, right?
That's
Or
the
that's existing
existing,
kid pool,
yeah, that's
okay.
the existing kid pool.
So even in this pool plan, I see like straight out of the pool house, a space where you could put a splash pad between the kid pool and the big pool if wanted.
I know at one time downtown Harper was talking about like closing south of the brewery between Main and the alley and doing some kind of water feature there. So if that ever evolves or not, I
Yeah.
don't know, but I mean, that was something too that was discussed back when, as an idea anyway. Yeah.
All right, anything else on future-proof in our plans here?
We gonna add anything for trees for next year's budget?
I would love to have a tree item every year, I guess, in my opinion, so.
Right.
Put X amount of dollars in every year.
Right.
What amount of money gets you something worthwhile every year, Craig? I know, what was this $2 per
Yeah,
year
what's
thing that we had? I
$2 a
forget
year?
about that. Or is that just like? we were-
I think it was 2,000,
Should be, yeah, I think,
but that doesn't really do much.
And that's for the whole city, right? That's everywhere?
we do, so the city actually has a boulevard tree, a line item for boulevard trees. We plant about $6,000 worth of trees throughout the town in the boulevards. We also have been lately getting 1,000 for the parks. And then we've been doing a Arbor Day tree every year. That's about $250. So we do actually have a, I mean, that's something, I don't know if you want to put it on in there.
And I don't know if it's really a capital improvement for parks, or if we just up our tree
Bump it
budget.
up in the park.
Because we've talked about that,
It works.
we're going through budget
We're gonna
now,
have
do we
to
just
anyway,
up our,
yeah.
we're gonna have to anyway, because we gotta take down
Ash trees.
ash trees in the park and whatnot, so we're gonna need to up our,
I'll put a
Tree
shameless
budget.
plug in there at the end of my speech. I mean, we wanted to put trees in here, but we understand there's a dedicated tree budget.
Yeah.
Please be generous.
But that's gonna have to go up as a
Yeah,
city limit.
yes.
and that's typically, when we sit down, and we go through the budget, it's in there, then the council can approve it or not approve it, but we usually, it's already figured in.
we usually
Tell them
figure
all
an
about
increase
that and
there.
Why we did it.
So do we remove that totally from our system then?
I almost think you can, because we could just
Yeah.
incorporate it citywide, because I think, like Rick says, it wouldn't be just parks, I mean, it'd be boulevards, it'd be, the various city grounds and whatnot, yeah, throughout the city. We'll just increase our tree budget.
Okay, and this should get easier as we get this March Parks plan gets finalized. It's gonna be a roadmap for us too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you can get finalized and start picking some years and get some dollar amounts for some years, it'll get easier.
We're good. All right, everybody good to move on that item? New business, review master park plan by ISG. This is a big document here. There's many pages. It's
Sure, everybody read every.
as I refer to it, it's a textbook here, so.
Do we wanna, because we just got them today, do we wanna put that on the agenda for next time?
Yeah,
Then that'll give us a chance on our own to look
So
through.
it's gotta go through your board, it's gotta go through the P and Z board, it's gotta be finalized with the city, so if you move it back.
everybody.
It'll
Oh,
go back
this is
to the
our
next
only
meeting.
copies, or what do you mean?
The other boards wanted.
The other boards wanna move forward.
Wanted us to look at it
approving
first so
too.
that they
So
can-
you move it back to the end of the month, then move the P
Oh.
and Z into next month, and then move the city council into next month.
Oh,
I
okay.
think ISG would like to get it finalized.
Yeah,
Okay,
And they're waiting for the boards to
Okay,
review it.
gotcha.
So it was sent out to you guys.
Yeah.
A week ago.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I did, so I'm taking it, not, read it.
I
Yeah.
just perused through it on the computer. I
Yeah,
printed
same.
it out.
And you know, this is a planning document. It isn't set in stone.
Yeah.
So the park plan it has on here.
mm-hmm,
This is
It can
suggested,
change.
it can change. The, improvements suggested in the other parks, it can change. It is, once again, it's just like our CIP, like your CIP. It gets reviewed all the time.
yeah.
Tweaks get made here and there and it can change. But at least this gives us some, like I said, some kind of
Okay.
roadmap of, okay, it gives you a good inventory of where we're at sitting for parks. There's a section on where future parks should go, We've
That's where this all-
identified this area, so.
So this all started from was that we wanted to make sure we got parks put in new developments where they should be put at.
Right.
And that's when they decided that.
We wanted to identify what we had
Trails.
where and to see where we needed as, like we annex land and get new developments coming. Do we need a park here? Do we not need a park here? So, I think we did a pretty good job. We as staff has gone through it three times with ISG, making sure they got kind of all the information correct. They've identified, like I said, what we have now for inventory, what possible to be for future park systems, identify possible funding sources, so it's a good planning document for the city.
I think if you wanna get to the cliff notes, there's, towards the back, there's a future needs category on
Yeah,
page
that's kind of your
90.
future one.
And that's gonna be kind of, do we agree with the future needs, so.
Yeah, 'cause a lot of the first part is just kind of inventory what we already have. We know we got it, so. Just the implementation of it, yeah.
Recommendations around page 80. And then it gives like, I believe, individual park recommendations. And a lot of this stuff, they're highlighting things we know too, right? Like, future trails is one that I've seen on there, and, you know, that's on our list, and as the city keeps developing, we wanna keep it all connected.
And Kandi and Frank were part of we kind of had that small group with a few board members from
Yeah.
each board, and we kind of talked about, yes, future planning and
Yep.
what we're doing good and what we know we need what we need more of, you know. That was something I think that kind of helped identify that meeting was, we're actually kind of ahead for the size of town we are, you know, we've got a lot of the amenities that people look for, like the various parks and play systems, the dog park, trails, you know, we already got a good start on a lot of things. It's just, building off of those. And
And like I said, this is like the CIP,
Yeah.
it could change.
Right.
I kind of, yeah.
So do we need to make a motion?
I would like a motion to recommend approval to the city council. It goes to you, it goes to Kandi's next meeting. The
Okay.
final approval will be with the city council to adopt it. And, but like I said, it's a planning document, it's ever evolving, like the CIP, it's not set in stone, but it helps aid us. And we're thinking about future parks or trails or, you know.
Honestly,
Yeah.
you could approve this tonight and go home, take it home, read it, and say, oh, I don't agree with that. Show up at the council meeting when we're gonna approve it and say, hey, think about this, and they'd adjust it then too. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
more of a
exactly.
formality.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
it just kind of, yeah.
Sounds good.
Well,
And that's-
am I allowed to make motions to approve? Okay. I kept wondering, I was like, I don't know if I am allowed or. like-
You're not the mayor, so you got
Yeah, there we go.
power.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve, the ISG future
Second.
project plan.
Second.
All right. All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
All right, 4-0 pass. Very good. Other items, review the agenda items for the August meeting. Anybody have anything to add they would like to see on August at meeting?
Did we need we did review the pickleball rules,
We went,
sign?
you guys made some changes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought those were
We'll need
approved at
to
the last
add-
meeting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we'll need to add the thing about the practice deal.
And you sent that into the sign company already?
I sent it to her to
I
get.
thought it was approved
Because
at
that
the
was
last
a,
meeting.
yeah,
Well,
we
she put
approved
them
that.
together, and I actually got an email from her, and I haven't, like I said, I've seen it today, but I haven't.
Oh, so it's not ordered yet, so it's not
Yeah.
ordered.
Yeah, she did the layout, letter sizing, stuff like that, and then she just said, let me know if this is approved or if there's any changes, so we can,
Well, you still
we
make
can
a
still
change.
add, yeah.
Just add match plays,
So
takes
it's gonna look-
precedence over practice, or whatever.
Practice must
Single
yield
or
match
single.
play.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Practice must yield match play.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything in the budget for this outdoor fitness
No, we didn't. It's,
schedule.
yeah, it's kind of a bigger thing. I mean, I feel strongly that it would be great for the community, especially if we can try to find a way, and I don't even know how to go about, the grants. I have seen some grants out there on, it's like grants.gov, I think is one, but, where there's some fall prevention type grants and stuff like that, that can maybe partner up, but I don't feel like I have enough information or knowledge on it yet to put it into this coming budget meeting, so. It is something I would like to explore more and maybe be able to present a full presentation for you guys on funding and what it all takes and stuff to.
So probably don't have it on the agenda for August.
Yeah, I would say we can take it off the agenda and then I can put it back on when I have more info for you guys. Okay, next meeting, August 25th, be just a couple of days before the budget meeting. Does that work for everybody, or anybody need a schedule change on that? All right, I'll make a motion to make our next meeting be August 25th at 6:30. Is that what we normally do it, right?
We don't need a motion
Don't need
for
a
that,
motion,
'cause it's
okay.
already scheduled.
It's already scheduled, no
It's
motion.
not a change. If it was a change, we would.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so we can adjourn at this time, right?
Adjourn.
All right.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay. We want to second that?
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor? Aye?
Aye.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was like, yeah, let's have some ice cream on his birthday.